see you. Going live.
All right. Once again, I'd like to welcome everybody to the opening press conference for the 2021 Bodyboarding US Ocean Beach Festival. Joining me here this evening up here, we have 8-time drop knee world champion Dave Hubbard, 4-time and current defending drop knee world champion Sammy Martino, as well as women's competitor Gianna Simonelli and men's competitor Scotty Plowden. I'd like to thank them for joining us here, as well as all of you here at South Beach Bar and Grill. We have an exciting weekend ahead of us. 2 full days of competition starting at 7 a.m. tomorrow morning. So, you know, I'm going to pass the mic off to Gianna and get right into it.
Let me just kick off a little bit more of an intro of our riders here. Our 8-time DK World Champion Dave Hubbard riding for Hubbard. We have our 4-time DK World Champ and the current defending champion, Sammy Martino. Yeah, boy! Riding for Mike Stewart Science and Gyro. And then we have Scotty Plowden right here, also riding for Hubbard. Any questions for our riders? Yeah. No? What? Hand up? You have a hand up over here? Oh, there's hand back. Over here. You got any questions? Yeah, we got. Oh, we have a question.
They own my bar.
My question is, what did Tom Morty mean to you? I know it's a really hard question for the beginning, but I just wanted, because he recently passed away, I think, I'm curious to hear what did Tom Morty mean to you, and anyone can answer as well.
Yeah, awesome question, and yeah, great to pay some honor and respect to Tom. Of course, he meant a lot to all of us here who love bodyboarding. For me personally, it was a great privilege and kind of a high point for me to meet him at one of Mike Stewart's fire premieres in Laguna, I think the premiere was here in California. And just meeting Tom, I was totally starstruck, and he's always been like an icon and just an amazing mind as an inventor. Just a little known fact I heard, he also wanted to create a beverage that was carbonated with nitrous oxide, but of course that wouldn't get past the FDA. But if you could imagine popping a can of fizz with laughing gas, I'm sure it would have been maybe half as much fun as bodyboarding. But Tom's a legend, absolutely, so it's great that we get to honor him here. I saw the banner for the event. Thank you, Tom, for 50 years of fun. So, good question, and maybe I'll pass it along for that.
That's a pretty tough one. Actually, back home in Kauai, my landlord is Tom's daughter, Melinda. So I recently just flew home to Kauai, and we had a ceremony for Tom, and it was pretty heartfelt with the family, and you know. Funny story of mine, he actually, the one time I met him, he's really, I don't even know how to explain it, but he's just a really crazy, just has a crazy mind, you know? And he actually told me, maybe you should think of becoming a welder instead of following this bodyboard tour and do something with your life. And I was kind of like, whoa, like, did Tom Lloyd really just tell me that? And he said, but Yeah, Tom meant the world to all of us, you know. He really brought all of us together here today, and if it wasn't for him, I'm pretty sure a lot of us would be in a lot worse places in our life. So, yeah, he's the man.
Yeah, I agree with Tom, Sammy on that one. That's definitely a heavy line of questioning for all of us, I think, because so definitely he had a piece of our hearts. Bodyboarding is, I mean, all of us put everything into it. It's everything we do. So, I mean, when, he meant everything to us, bodyboarding means everything to us, so the two are synonymous, really. I would have very little without the stoke, the love, and the family that I've gotten for bodyboarding. It's given me everything.
So unfortunately I was never able to beat Tom, but one thing I do know, and funny story, his wife actually used to work at Trader Joe's, the current store where I work, and one thing I've been told by my coworkers is that Tom and his wife both they love everyone. They accept everyone. It's all unity, all shapes, forms, sizes, and they have acceptance and forgiveness for anything and everyone. So that's something that I think is really important. Is they don't have any discrimination towards anyone. They just have love, and I think that's really awesome.
All right, so I'd like to call an audible right now and bring up APB North America President Anthony Leone. I'm going to let Anthony talk a little bit about the Bodyboarding US Festival and upcoming events, not only for this year, but things that we have planned for 2022.
Thank you, Steve. And thank you to everybody who's here hanging out, having a good time, and here for the contest and supporting us. I absolutely 100,000% appreciate that. I'm also incredibly appreciative of the town of Ocean Beach letting us come back and hang out here again. Last time we were here in 2019, it was an absolutely awesome event. I can't wait to have another one again here this year. We're looking forward to coming back next year. The other side of this, for all of our competitors and people who are really into the idea of competitive bodyboarding, we're going to wrap up the California Bodyboarding Alliance tour in Oceanside in December. After that, we're going to start looking into the future of what competitive bodyboarding looks like in North America. There's a lot of stuff going on behind the scenes that a lot of people don't really know about because we keep it quiet because I hate talking about stuff that I can't show you the full events to and I can't let everybody in on yet. But we have stuff working for a similar style tour that we have in California, the California Bodyboarding Alliance. We have another tour going through Mexico right now that I'm working with promoters on that should be ending in an event in Punta Colorado that will be an APB North America event next year. We're also building one and working on something in Puerto Rico with an event that should be somewhere down along the North Coast, and we're shooting for December for that event to end the tour on. We're really looking at expanding and moving and making this bigger and better every single year as we move forward. And I understand we have growing pains, but we're starting small and we're going to work and make this the best we possibly can. I just want to thank everybody who believes in us and what we're doing and where we're going, and we're going to take you to where you want to be. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Anthony. And you know what? We were discussing Tom Moore, and I'd like to take a moment to ask everybody to just take a moment of introspection and respect for Tom Moore right now. So, if I could ask you all to remove your hats and just take a moment to say thank you to Tom. Thank you. Now, with that said, we're going to wrap things up so everybody can get to the party side of this press conference. Dinner, drinks. But before we dive into all that good stuff, just a reminder, as Anthony was leading into, December 11th will be the season finale for the California Bodyboarding Alliance, and we'll be at Oceanside Pier on Saturday, December 11th. Hopefully, if you guys aren't competing, we hope you'll come out and hang out on the beach and support the event. Gianna, any closing statements?
Alright guys, thank you so much for coming again, and we just want to personally thank all the sponsors, everybody who's on the back of these t-shirts, on the flyers and our banners. Thank you so much for what you contributed to the sport. You made this happen today. You've all made it happen. So thank you each and every one. It's a really long list, so we're not going to sit here and rattle off before all of you. But thank you all the sponsors. Thank you to the Ocean Beach Hotel who's putting up all the riders. And thank you to South Beach for having us and letting us do our press conference here. So thank you so much. And don't drink and drive.
All right, so on that note, one last thing, just a reminder, first heat starts tomorrow morning at 7 a.m. So we hope to see you all on the beach. For all you competitors, be ready to go. And for all of you spectators, we hope you have an amazing weekend at Ocean Beach. Yes, tomorrow, starting at 7 a.m., we'll be running through all first rounds, all divisions.
Do we have a riders meeting?
Riders meeting will be tomorrow morning on the beach. 6:30.
I need a beer. Thank you so much.